into a full-length, multi-chapter, emotionally compelling novel. In minutes. Right now, romance is the one of the #1 best-selling fiction genre on Amazon. Kindle Unlimited readers devour romance books by the thousands. Book Talk has turned unknown authors into overnight sensations. And here's what most people don't realize. Many of the authors publishing multiple romance books per month aren't writing every word themselves. They're using AI. But not the kind of AI that spits out robotic paragraphs. I'm talking about structured, emotionally intelligent, trope-aware AI. Built specifically for romance storytelling. And today, I'm going to show you how it works. Love romance is starting to trending. Let's be honest. Writing a romance novel is hard. You need compelling characters, emotional tension, chemistry that feels real, a structured 3-act arc, relationship progression, and scenes that actually make readers feel something. Most aspiring authors never finish. They get stuck on Chapter 3. They lose continuity. They forget character motivations. Or worse. They write something that feels flat. It's overwhelming. That's why most people never publish. And the ones who do spend 6 to 12 months on a single book, while readers are consuming dozens. Why most romance novels never get published? Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever felt excited about a romance idea, started writing with momentum, only to stall out a few chapters in? Maybe you made it to chapter 3. Maybe chapter 5. And then suddenly the spark faded. The tension felt forced. The direction became unclear. Or maybe you kept writing but halfway through, you realized you'd forgotten important details about your characters. A personality trait changed. A secret didn't line up. An emotional reaction didn't make sense anymore. Romance is delicate. It depends on consistency. The chemistry has to build naturally. The emotional arcs have to escalate with intention. The pacing has to feel tight, not rushed, not dragging. And then there's structure. Are the turning points landing where they should? Is the midpoint strong enough? Is the third act payoff truly satisfying? Even experienced writers struggle with maintaining continuity across multiple chapters, controlling pacing so tension rises instead of flatlining, escalating emotional and physical intimacy at the right speed, balancing heat level with character depth, crafting chapter endings that actually compel readers to continue. And let's say you push through all of that. You finally type the end. You're still left with formatting, structural cleanup, editing passes, and preparing everything properly for KDP. What started as a creative dream slowly becomes an exhausting production process. It's not that you lack talent. It's that writing romance at a publishable level requires structure, memory, emotional intelligence, and consistency all at once. That's overwhelming. At least, it used to be. The generic AI trap, why most people fail. Let's be honest. If you ask standard AI to write a romance novel, you get cliches. You get cardboard characters. You get scenes that feel emotionally hollow. Because general AI is trying to write emails, code software, explain physics, and draft essays all at once. It doesn't specialize in romance escalation. It doesn't understand the pacing of enemies to lovers. It doesn't know when the first kiss should land or how to delay it just long enough to create obsession. Lover romance royalty engine was designed differently. It was engineered around high retention, high emotion, high binge romance storytelling. When you use a specialized engine, the output isn't just better. It feels intentional. Generic AI, he touched her hand. Romance royalty AI, it was barely a brush of skin, but the heat of it lingered long after he stepped away, as if her pulse had memorized the shape of him. Why not just use ChatGPT? It's a fair question. If you already have access to ChatGPT, why not just type, "Write me a romance novel about enemies to lovers," and call it a day? Here's why that usually fails. ChatGPT is a generalist. It's designed to. It's built to do everything. And when something tries to do everything, it rarely specializes in one thing at a professional level. Romance novels are not random collections of scenes. They require structured 3-act pacing, trope-specific expectations, emotional escalation timing, heat calibration, character memory, continuity across chapters, strong hooks at the end of every chapter. If you simply prompt ChatGPT to write a romance novel, you typically get flat emotional arcs, inconsistent character behavior, forgotten plot details, repetitive phrasing, weak escalation, no long-term structure. And to fix it, you'd need to manually engineer a proper outline, track emotional continuity yourself, rewrite chapters for consistency, prompt dozens, or hundreds, of times, constantly re-explain context. At that point, you're not saving time. You're acting as a full-time project manager for an AI. This is not ChatGPT with a fancy name. This isn't a generic AI writing tool. This is a purpose-built romance novel engine. It was designed specifically to. The AI builds the structure, flow, and chapters. How it works, ridiculously simple. You do not need a literature degree, publishing experience, complex prompt engineering, months of free time. You simply. Step 1, choose your trope, select from 20 built-in romance tropes or click Surprise Me. Step 2, set the heat level, sweet to explicit, your choice. The system builds the structured outline, writes multi-chapter content, maintains emotional continuity, provides a built-in editor, exports a KDP-ready manuscript. You're not fighting the process. You're directing it. Why the romance market? Look at reader behavior. Romance is not casual entertainment. It's emotional escapism. Readers crave intense connection, slow burn tension, emotional payoff, passion with depth, characters they can obsess over. Unlike other genres, romance readers are repeat buyers. They subscribe to authors. They binge entire backlists. They buy spin-offs instantly. Once they love your characters, they follow you. This is not a one-book market. This is a catalog market. You are no longer the struggling writer. Before a single chapter is written, lover romance royalty AI doesn't jump straight into prose. It begins by building the foundation your story actually needs. The system creates a structured 3-act arc that maps the emotional and romantic journey from first spark to final payoff. Instead of guessing where the midpoint should land or how the third act should escalate, you start with clarity. Your outline includes a complete story structure, strategic chapter hooks designed to maintain momentum, emotional beats that escalate tension naturally, internal conflict layers that deepen character motivation, clear relationship progression milestones, rising stakes that build toward a satisfying climax. This prevents the most common romance writing problems: plot wandering without direction, flat or repetitive character development, scenes that feel disconnected from the main arc. Instead of chaos, your novel develops with emotional logic. Each chapter serves a purpose. Each turning point lands with intention. Designed for independent creators. Lover romance royalty AI was built with creators in mind. There's no required account. No subscription trap. No cloud lock-in. You simply paste your OpenAI API key and start generating. The system runs client-side, meaning your data stays on your device. This gives you full autonomy while still leveraging powerful AI capabilities. It's creative acceleration without surrendering control. Who is this for? You love romance but don't want to spend months drafting. You want to build digital publishing assets. You're tired of generic AI output. You see the Kindle opportunity. You want structure without complexity. You want to handwrite every sentence manually. You enjoy spending 6 months per draft. You prefer chaotic, unstructured storytelling. Important requirement. Lover Romance Royalty Engine runs using your own OpenAI API key. We will show you how to get it. To use the app, you will need an active OpenAI account, your personal OpenAI API key. The app does not store your API key externally. Your key remains in your browser on your device. This ensures full control over your usage, direct billing through your OpenAI account, maximum privacy and security. Grab access today for just $16.97. We are releasing Lover Romance Royalty AI at a special launch price. Launch access only $16.97, regular price $97. Important: you'll need a standard ChatGPT account and your own OpenAI API key. No additional installations required. You have two choices. You can continue wrestling with generic AI, producing flat, disconnected drafts, watching others quietly build romance catalogs. Or you can activate a specialized romance engine, tap into structured emotional escalation, and start building assets readers binge. The romance wave is here. Readers are devouring stories tonight. The only question is, will your book be one of them? Click below to access Lover Romance Royalty Engine. Build your first romance. Then build your catalog. From the desk of Harsh Azoisa, software engineer and marketing specialist, I build digital solutions that help creators and businesses grow, scale, and thrive in competitive markets. Lover Romance Royalty Engine wasn't created as a gimmick or a shortcut for lazy writing. It was engineered as a structured tool for modern creators who understand that leverage matters. P.S. The current launch price is temporary. As new features are added and the early access window closes, the price will increase to the full retail rate. If you're serious about building your first, or next, romance novel with structure and speed, now is the best time to secure access. Income disclaimer: this website and the items it distributes contain business strategies, marketing methods, and other business advice that, regardless of my/our own results and experience, may not produce the same results, or any results, for you. Lover Romance Engine, and its creators, make absolutely no guarantee, expressed or implied, that by following the advice or content available from this website you will make any money or improve current profits, as there are many factors and variables beyond our control which may impact any given business. Primarily, results will depend on the nature of the product or business model, the conditions of the marketplace, the experience of the individual, and situations and elements that are beyond your control. As with any business endeavor, you assume all risk related to investment based on your own discretion. Warrior Plus is used to help manage the sale of products on this site. While Warrior Plus helps facilitate the sale, all payments are made directly to the product vendor and not Warrior Plus. Thus, all product questions, support inquiries, and/or refund requests must be sent to the vendor. Warrior Plus's role should not be construed as an endorsement, approval, or review of these products or any claim, statement or opinion used in the marketing of these products. Copyright Lover Romance Engine, all rights reserved. For support please email to support@vibecodingcookbook.online.